What's up, everybody? This is Marcy of the 101 Boxing Podcast. I got my boy Reef with me. Our goal is to give y'all the best boxing content out there. We're going to provide y'all with in-depth analysis, breakdowns, predictions, breaking news, and anything boxing here. Before we get started, Reef, how you feeling, brother?
I feel good, man. I'm ready to get into the day.
So today's topics will be, starting off, we got the Fatal Fury event in Times Square. We got Teofimo Lopez versus Arnold Barboza. We got Devin Haney versus Jose Ramirez. We got Ryan Garcia versus Romero. That's Friday, May 2nd. Saturday, we got the Fatal Fury event in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. We got Martin Bakole versus F.A. Ajagba. We got Bruno Surace versus Jaime Munguia 2, the rematch. And then we got Canelo Alvarez versus Scull. And then Sunday, May 4th, we got Inoue versus Cardenas. Let's start with the event in Times Square. Starting off, they're doing it in Times Square, in the middle of Times Square, just throwing a ring in the middle of Times Square. Let's just talk about that event and the magnitude of it.
I think that's big, man. I think that's a real big event, especially the people who they got fighting on the card. That's a very good card, and I just can't wait for it. I can't wait for that card.
Yeah. Starting off, we got Teofimo Lopez versus Arnold Barboza. Like, how do you see that fight?
I can see that fight going either way. I like Barboza. I feel like Barboza is I feel like he's a tough fighter. Like, he's very aggressive when he get in there. He got, good footwork, and he has a right hook that he loves to throw. The thing with Teo is, like I said, we got two Teos. We got the Teo, the old Teo before he took the long layoff. Then we got the Teo once he came back. Now, if the old Teo show up, this would be a walk in the park for Teo, my personal opinion. But if we get the new Teo that came back after the long layoff, I don't think it's going to be a walk in the park for Teo. It could go either way at that point, in my opinion. What you think about that?
Yeah, just to piggyback off what you were saying, I see it the same way. Teo, he's been looking a little shaky. I'm not going to give him too much flack for the Jermaine Ortiz fight because Jermaine Ortiz didn't really want to engage with him. But the way he looked against Steve Clagg, he hasn't been looking like himself. If he doesn't look like himself, I feel like it go either way. If he shows up as the Teo that beat Lomachenko, the Teo, the champion that we know that he is, it'll be easy work for him.
Yeah. I just got one more question for Teo. So if Teo do advance and go on and beat this guy, would you like to see Teo against Boots? I know I heard that against a Jerron Ennis. Or if we get the old Teo and he lose, do Teo still offer the same plate? Would you still like to see him versus a Jerron Ennis Boots? Or would you like to see Teo go next if he loses this match?
Off the names, I would, but if he loses, no. But if he does win, even if he wins, yes. And because I really want to see that tournament that Turkey's talking about, the Teo Boots, Ryan Dev, winner gets the winner, loser gets the loser. I think that'd be great for boxing. So I really do that. I hope we're able to get that.
Okay, man, that's all I got.
Yeah. So moving on, we got Devin Haney, Jose Ramirez. So for me, I like this fight. It's a real fight. Devin Haney's coming off of that brutal ass kicking that he got from Ryan Garcia. It doesn't count on the record or nothing like that, but we all saw what happened. So the question is how is he going to react to adversity? And is he going to bounce back? Is he going to be the same? Is he going to be shell-shocked? How's this going to go? Because this isn't, like I said, this ain't no tune-up. This is a real fight. This is a losable fight for him. Like Jose Ramirez, his style is just like Ryan. He just doesn't have as much power. So I like it too, just because he didn't just take a tune-up. He went straight into the shits, and it's also preparing him for Ryan in October. What you think?
Now, I'm a Dev fan. I feel like all Dev fights are losable. That I don't feel like that's nothing new. I feel like all his fights are losable. But I feel like Dev definitely got I feel like he definitely got a statement to make. He definitely got something to prove, and I feel like he's taking that Ryan Garcia loss heavy. I've been following him. He's been in the gym heavy. He actually looks bigger. And as far as Ramirez, I like Ramirez. Ramirez is a pressure fighter. He is a real pressure fighter. This is a good fight. But also, too, Ramirez does have a lot of weaknesses that I've seen, like as far as with his defense, you know what I'm saying, leaving his chin open and things like that. And as I know Devin to be a point fighter, so if he can get in there and make little mistakes and he don't get Dev out of here, or he don't really, tune him up the way supposed to tune him up, then Dev could possibly walk away off the points or might go in and dominate. I wish the best for Dev though. I wish Dev go in there. We know he don't got knockout power, but I wish he could go in there and do something just so we can get the Rolly. Just so we can get the Ryan and Dev rematch. That's why I want to see him win. But other than that, like I said, I don't think this is a real match for Dev. I don't. I think it's a tune up.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think
Even Rolly said it at the round table that they had. He said the public is the only people that underestimate Jose Ramirez. Like he said, as fighters, we all respect what he does. Like and then just his style just doesn't match up for Dev well. Like we've seen it. He's not Ryan, of course, but just. Is that bow and arrow effect going to be there? Is he dropping his hand with the jab? We don't. It's so many unknowns here.
Like I said, I seen him been working. He picked up a few new pieces to his team, added a few new players around him. So, like I said, we just gonna see. Like, is we gonna get a whole new Dev, or is we gonna get a old Dev? We gonna see.
So with the rematch being so highly anticipated, if Dev was to lose, do we still get it? Do you still want it?
I still want it. Just because how the way Ryan won that fight, just because all the backlash from the fight. I'm not gonna get into the whole PED thing, that we passed that. But just because that, like I said, my personal opinion is if he didn't have that in him and he beat him fair and square, then But as long as he had that and he was found guilty of it and he didn't fight back for it and it was in your system. So, that's just like me. If somebody cheated me, I'm just going to keep screaming he cheated. So I feel like we definitely need that rematch just to solidify it.
I want the trilogy. To run it back again. That first fight was crazy. Like we definitely need that win, lose, or draw, both of them.
Yeah.
And Rolly said it too. He said, obviously he thinks he's gonna win. So he said after I beat Ryan, I still want him to fight Dev because they have unfinished business. I don't want nothing to do with that. Like we can run the rematch back later on, whatever. Like them two gotta do what they gotta do.
That's respectable. Yeah. That's respectable.
Moving on to Ryan. Ryan is the main event with Rolly. I don't see it going 5 rounds. I think either way, but I think Ryan makes it easily work at him. I think he knocks him out. Like he might be I don't know if you remember when Pitbull knocked Rolly out. He was asking for Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be some shit like that.
Okay. I mean, I feel like I don't really know about the knockout and nothing like that, but I just honestly feel like Ryan's gonna go in there. He's gonna beat the shit out of Rolly, and that's how I honestly feel. But Rolly is a puncher. So I feel like if Ryan get in there and he get cocky and he want to start dropping his hands and, starting to feel himself, and if he get caught by Rolly, it's liable that he goes down. Like you seen Tink said, Rolly was one of the hardest punchers he ever fought. And Rolly be punching. That's why I said, but Rolly's not a real good boxer to me. He's a fighter and he's a puncher to me. Like he gets in there, he try to get you out of there. Isn't like really no strategic boxing, no smart boxing, no ring IQ. It's just like, he's just an all out, just a dirty brawler fighter. More of like, so when you go to Ryan is more of a boxer. So he's more skillful. So like I said, I think he's going to beat the shit out of Rolly, but he might not get in there and get cocky, man. I think Rolly catch him with something, he'll put Ryan on his ass.
Yeah, I agree. Ryan is definitely the better boxer. Rolly just don't have no type of skills. Like he just is just all power. So I could see him trying to go in there, trying to get Ryan out of here, and Ryan catching him with the left hook, and now it's over. But I do think it'll be a knockout either way. Even if Rolly was like, whoever wins is going to be a knockout. Like they both are just power punchers. Even though Ryan can box when he wants to, they're both power punchers. Like this shit is gonna be a knockout for sure.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm ready for that one. That's a good one.
For sure. So moving on, we got on Saturday, May 3rd, we got Martin Bakole versus F.A. Ajagba.
Okay, so we got Africa versus Africa. That's what we got going on. We got these two big motherfuckers. It's gonna be an all-out bloodbath. That's my opinion. We got Bakole. He's kind of short and a little fat, but he's bigger. Then we got Ajagba. He's a little taller, but he's big as shit too. But what I seen what Ajagba just sloppy. He lacks defense. It's like he's another one. He's just a puncher. He want to come in there and punch your head off. And I kind of like Bakole. Bakole, he kind of smooth with his shit. I like that he throw combinations. He's just not like a fighter that's just big, that just want to use his weight and looking to knock you out. Lord, he got a little pizzazz to him with his boxing. I like Bakole to win this one, but the way I seen Ajagba punching, Bakole better tuck that chin. Cause last Turkey event, he ain't tucked that chin and he went under. So he better tuck that chin because this big African punching.
Yeah, Bakole, man, I ain't gonna lie. It's not too many people I'm picking over Bakole. The way that he walked through Jared Anderson, it was like he wasn't human. He was just taking shots, just walking, just punching his head off. Jared Anderson's eyes rolling in the back of his head. And just to me, Ajagba gets hit too much. You're not taking too many hits from this big motherfucker. Like, he's built like a tank. Like, you're not taking too many hits from Ajagba gets hit way too much. I don't see this one lasting long either.
Only reason I'm gonna keep. The only reason why I'm gonna give Bakole a little slack is because of that last one. He went in there and yeah, I know it was last minute. I know it was at the last minute, last notice, like but it's still like just like you holding Big Baby today. He big baby ass and
Big Baby had 3 months
Big
to prepare.
Big Baby ain't been back since, have he?
Yeah, he was on Keyshawn's undercard. He was on like the undercard that you don't see.
Okay.
Like nobody was in the stands.
Okay, so he put that little buzz out right now. Okay,
Yeah.
He squashed that little buzz.
But yeah, Bakole, and what you was talking about when he got knocked out by Joseph Parker, right?
Yeah.
He didn't have no time to prepare. He flew across the world to go to Saudi. I really hold that against him, just because of the circumstances. I didn't hold it against Padley either when Shakur knocked him out. I think Bakole with a full training camp, scary sight. And then after that, we have Bruno Surace versus Jaime Munguia. For those that don't know, Jaime Munguia was a heavy favorite for that fight. They fought in Mexico in Jaime Munguia's hometown. Bruno Surace knocked him out. For me, Munguia was winning that fight, the whole fight. He dropped him in the second round. He was winning the fight. He just got hit with a shot, and he just couldn't recover. As boxing, shit happens. I think Munguia's coming back with some shit. I think he's coming back with a vengeance. This one might be a knockout too. I'm calling knockouts for everything. This one gonna be a knockout too. And even like the way the first fight went, Munguia had him against the ropes. He was walking him down, walking him in the corner, strapping him into the corner. And like I said, he just got hit with a shot. So we do have the question of how is Jaime Munguia gonna react to the adversity. But I think he'll bounce back. He did lose to Canelo, but that's Canelo.
Yeah.
I think this time around, I don't see him. I see him coming back strong. He does like defense though. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. He does like defense. His defense has been real suspect. I hope he tightened that up. His defense has been suspect. The Canelo fight. I forgot who he fought after that. His defense is very suspect, and he needs to tighten that up though.
I'm gonna just kind of piggyback off you. I mean, we all saw that fight. Like, Munguia was getting the best of him. Like, Munguia was whooping his ass. But I got a little pushback of you say he got caught with a hit. He did get caught with a hit, but that hit, it was just only one. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if that can get you off one hit, you know what I'm saying? So imagine if he trained and come back free. So we already know he got the power for you. You know what I'm saying? He just couldn't stand up with you in the ring. So if he trains a little harder and come back and can get more hits off and get more opportunities to land more shots and bigger shots, where does that leave Munguia? So, like, for instance, if Munguia gets knocked out again, Munguia can whoop his ass for the whole 10 rounds and get knocked out in the 11th. If that happens again, what does that say about Munguia? Is that just all defense, or is it just this guy is just way too powerful for him?
See, for me in the first fight, I think he just got too comfortable. Because he would walk him down, trap him against the ropes, trap him in the corners, let off 6-shot combinations, and then he was just, dominating. So I think he just let his guard down and got caught. I think this time you would have to just keep the pressure, keep doing what you're doing, but just make sure you stay cautious. Don't let your guard down.
Yeah, because that man got some power, man. That was a nasty hit.
Like, he caught the shit out of him.
That was a nasty hit, and it was just
caught him too, though.
Yeah, the second round, that was a nice knockdown. I mean, the second round. So, and like I said, he was dominating him the whole fight. But that one hit a quitter, man. That was that's something to look out for. Like, now that we know that he got that power and we won it in the rematch, I mean, that's something to look out for. And I'm pretty sure he's gonna be looking for that shot all night. So
for sure, he trying to put him down again. He changed his life.
Yeah, for sure.
In the main event, Canelo Alvarez versus William Scull.
Okay, so William Scull, I'm going to just give a little breakdown on William Scull. William Scull is somebody I not really too familiar with. But from what I've seen, he's wild, sloppy, a dramatic ass fighter, just all over the place. His defense is ass. I mean, he do the like he can be explosive, but I mean, it's against Canelo. So how did this fight come about? Is that his mandatory? Like, where did they find this guy at?
Canelo's taking. He dropped the belt. Remember, they took the. They didn't drop it. I misspoke. Canelo lost his belt. They stripped him. They gave it
Okay,
to Skull.
okay,
Canelo just getting it back so that when he go into the Bud
okay.
fight,
Now,
it's
okay,
undisputed.
okay.
Yeah, so when he goes into a
Well,
Bud fight, it'll be
now I'm gonna
undisputed.
call a knockout. I think Canelo knocks this nigga out. I mean, cause that nigga is wild. I think he gonna get in there and be super wild and just. So I'm gonna call a knockout for that. I don't know what round. I'm gonna say before 10. Canelo knocks this nigga out.
Yeah,
And what do you know about Skull?
so I don't know much about Skull, but my research, I'm gonna tell you who he reminds me of. Frank Martin. A bigger Frank Martin.
Okay,
Where he's athletic, he's strong, he got a good jab, but he don't got many skills. I don't know if he started boxing late, but
okay, okay,
he just to me he's just a really big Frank Martin. You know, Frank
okay.
Martin's like
Of
fucking
course.
40 pounds
Just,
lighter.
yeah,
But yeah, just strong, athletic. He probably had some type of wrestling background or whatever.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
I didn't do too much of a deep dive into that type of shit. But he has a good jab and like I said, he's quick on his feet and he is strong. Canelo's gonna mop the floor with him. Like
yeah,
this is Canelo we talking about.
yeah.
And Canelo trying to get that big money Crawford fight. He's trying to get this belt and get on. Like,
And move on. Yeah. I
yeah.
mean, I'm not mad at him, but I would love to see a knockout.
Yeah, I know. I'm told you I'm calling knockouts all night. I think Canelo knocks him out too. Canelo hasn't had a knockout what 3 years. I think the last time he knocked somebody out was Caleb Plant. I think he'll knock him out too. This guy, he lacks defense, and like I said, he just don't have the skills.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I don't really got too much to say about Scull. I mean, we know Canelo is Canelo, so we just going to get in. I just want to get in there and see him work. I like Canelo a lot. Canelo's a good fighter. I like Canelo.
yeah, he got bigger fish to fry. He ready to get this super fight. He gonna get his belt and get on.
Yeah, I can't wait for that, man. That's another good one we got. We got some good things coming up, man. We definitely got some good things coming
This
up.
whole weekend is crazy.
Yeah.
We got 3 stars, like bona fide stars, on one card fighting in the middle of Times Square on Friday. Then Saturday, you got Canelo Alvarez. He's the cash cow of boxing. You got that rematch is a really good fight to me. Bakole's big power puncher. And
Yeah.
then you got Sunday, you got Inoue. So Inoue's fighting in Vegas. He's not even fighting in Japan.
Okay.
So it's a great weekend of boxing.
Yeah, that's a good week. Yeah, definitely a great weekend. I definitely want to see Inoue. This is gonna be his first time, if I'm not mistaken, fighting
I'm,
outside of Japan.
I'm pretty sure, yes.
So yeah, so this would be good. I definitely want to see Inoue. Hopefully it's a knockout for Inoue. You know, it's always an early show for Inoue, but anyway, yeah, it's definitely ass whooping time. This is a great weekend, man. I'm excited.
Yeah. Anyway, it would be nice to see him out of Japan. I'm tired of watching these fights at 5 in the morning, shit like that. But he's gonna knock this guy out. There's nobody at those lower weight classes that can fuck with him. The only guy that I thought could was Fulton. That didn't really work out. He did say he had issues or whatever. He wasn't making no excuses. He was weight drained. He felt like he
Yeah,
was weight drained or whatever. He waited 2 years to come out and say that or whatever.
yeah,
But that was the only guy I thought that could do it. But those weight classes anyway had to go up to 35 to
yeah. They see
get
some
a
real.
yeah. And real quick though, before we go, what do you think a weekend like this does for boxing? You know, boxing it's been like a roller coaster for the sport of boxing. It's been up, it's been down, but boxing's really hot right now. What do you think a weekend like this would do for the sport?
I think this is a very big impact on boxing. This is a very big impact. This is a very big statement of boxing. I feel like this brings way more fans, way more attention, way more media, and I feel like now that I'm sorry, now that boxers that's on the come up, seeing, things like this happen and the money that's being offered and also the competition that's being offered too, I feel like this is what boxing needs right now. I feel like this is exactly what boxing needs. It's going in the right direction, and I like it. I really like this positive look on boxing. As long as we can keep these good fights going and keep the competition going and build these great fights and be able to get them at good prices, affordable prices, and then in good places like Times Square, that's fucking immaculate. Like, that's immaculate. So I'm excited about that, man. How you feel about it?
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like you said, like fighting in the middle of Times Square. Who does that? Like nobody's ever heard of no shit like that. So I think that this will definitely put boxing on people's radar, especially getting big stars like that on one card, then doing Canelo the next day, and then getting Inoue out here. I think it's gonna put boxing on the radar, and I think we're definitely heading in the right direction.
Yeah, man. Well, that's all you got for us tonight, brother?
Yeah, brother, take us out of here.
All right, that's all we got for y'all tonight, one-on-one boxing fan. But if y'all like this episode, make sure y'all like it. If y'all didn't subscribe, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to stream on all major platforms. Until next time, that's all we got, one-on-one.